This is it for Bitcoin, and what happens right here will determine if we get that massive pump we've been looking for to 30K, 40K, 50K, or if we're going to get a major pullback. This is what you need to know, so make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, make sure to click that bell for notifications. Let me just start off by saying that I still lean much more bullish than I do bearish, and I am still holding the long trades that I have been in ever since we gave the setup in advance in the Casper Crew VIP Discord to take a long from $16,300. I'm still holding multiple long positions. Pretty much every single long trade that I've gotten into since that 16.3K bottom, I've been holding a portion of it, still holding out for higher prices. You can see right here, my next TP is at $25,000. So let me go into the video by saying that I still do remain more bullish than bearish here. And by the way, if you want to join the VIP Discord where we give the trade setups in advance, we've literally been trading for the past week, this sideways range, making massive profits, longing the low of the range, shorting the high of the range, longing the low of the range again. Currently, one of the trades I am in right now is from the last low of this range. You can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. Also, if you want to take advantage of these volatile markets, you can sign up on ByBit for 0% limit fees only if you know what you're doing. Should you sign up, but 0% limit fees is actually a great deal. So what has happened right now on the market structure? Why am I bullish, and what cautions do we have to be looking out for? One of the main reasons why I am now bullish is because we have flipped market structure on the weekly time frame. Since November 2021, we have been putting in lower lows and lower highs. That is a downtrend. We put in a low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high. And then you can see we continue down. We put in a lower low and a lower high, and a lower low and a lower high and a lower low. Now, for the first time since November 2021, we have taken out two previous weekly highs, one from October and one from September. And we're coming up to that final boss, which is that August high. Now, this August high is a very important level because we can see back in May, actually, if we go ahead and turn off this fixed range, we can see we wicked down to the level. And then in August, we back tested the level. And now we're coming up to it again. So there is a chance that we find some resistance here, but if we do reclaim this level, I want to show you something very, very important. We have no volume that traded in this zone, so it would be a very smooth move back up to $30,000. So smooth, like the time you went out to White Castle with your friends at 2 o'clock in the morning after partying all night, and you ate all those cheeseburgers. Do you remember how smooth they were coming down? It was very, very smooth, right? It was a massive dump. Well, the next morning, it was much smoother coming back out. That's exactly what we can expect with this Bitcoin price when we have a very, very low volume. Now, here's something else that's very, very important about this market structure. If we can reclaim that $30,000 level, this will actually bring us back into the volume area for the entire last bull cycle. Why is this so important? When we are looking at price, it's always going to be trying to establish a fair market value, and that is going to be determined by this volume profile where the candles are shaded purple and blue. This is historically the fair value of Bitcoin for the years 2020 through 2021. If the price loses that fair value area, it will establish a new fair value area, which we can see has been the fair value of Bitcoin since June, has been between the price of 25K and about 16.8K. If the price enters back into a previous volume area, it's actually more probable once we come above 30K and hold that as support, it's more probable that we will come up to the high 40s than it is that we will come back down to the low 16, 17Ks. Of course, this is only if we actually reclaim and hold this level now as support. So you can see that we're reclaiming major levels of resistance and now holding them as support. Some great examples are the $17,400 level, a major area of resistance now flipped into support. Then we had that $19,150 level, a major level, flipped from resistance into support. Now we're coming to the next major level, that $25,000. The question is, are we going to get above there? Well, if we are taking a look at some higher term time frames, we can see that on the monthly time frame, historically speaking, when we look at the past three bull cycles, we have had the bottom signal being the crossover stochastic RSI on the monthly time frame, as well as market Cipher B printing the green dot in the monthly time frame. We had that back in 2015, we had that back in 2018, and we currently have that right now on our chart in 2023. 3. We have the bottom signals. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that we're going right into the bull market. In fact, on the contrary, all past market cycle bottoms gave us some kind of a double bottom. We can see in 2015, after we put in our low, we got a relief rally, double bottom before the massive pump. We can see it again in 2018. We put in our low, we got a rally, boom, double bottom before the bull market. So is it possible we get a rally and then boom, double bottom before the bull market? That's actually what I am expecting. And so we need to be looking out for some areas of resistance on the chart. Right now, having closed this weekly candle very, very bullish, we need to be looking out for resistance right here at this $25,000 level. And one of the main indicators that I am watching personally is going to be the S&P 500. The S&P 500 did something very spectacular during the past few weeks actually, because here I am right now on the daily time frame for the ES mini futures market, which is the futures, the CME futures market for the S&P 500. What we did was the S&P 500 had been trading in this downtrend, and we put in a very significant low here, and then we got a high, and then we came down, and everyone was expecting us to come down to this $37,000 region, but we did not. In fact, we front ran it, and since then, we have actually been in very bullish market structure since the end of December, where we've come up almost 9% on the S&P 500. Now, right now, we are rejecting from a crucial area of resistance. It's going to be that 4,094 zone. Why is this so important? This is a monthly area of resistance, and it's the value area high of a range. Remember how we were talking about fair values? If the S&P 500 futures market actually loses now this key zone of, I would say, 40.61 and comes back below that, there's a really good chance we make our way back down to the $3,900 level, or even back down to the $3,700 level. This has been a leading indicator for Bitcoin now for a very long time. And so, in my opinion, if we see in the next few days this thing getting very bearish, we can expect the same thing for Bitcoin. Now, if this gets bullish, then we need to be aware of the fact that we will probably be coming up to test that very key level of like 4,200 to maybe 4,300, where we have the top of this very large range and the Fibonacci golden pocket level. So I'm going to be keeping my eyes on this S&P 500. Something to keep in mind here, guys. We had been trading below this trend line on the S&P 500 from January 2022 all the way to our present day, and we are currently breaking out of it. We've actually broken out of it and retested it. So things could get very, very bullish. So if this continues to pump, I'm actually expecting Bitcoin to also continue to pump here. Now, I know what a lot of you are thinking. You're like, but Jason, if we look at the 4-hour time frame, we are absolutely printing that very, very dreaded upside down Sam Bankman-Fried man boo bearish market Cipher B pattern, where the price is getting higher and the momentum and the money flow is getting lower, along with his tattooed red pepperoni nipples. And I would say that is true. We can actually see that as the price is getting higher into this key area of resistance, we are absolutely printing that pattern where we see the momentum waves and the money flow getting lower on market Cipher B. And this is why I'm bringing a word of caution, okay? I would never ever recommend that anybody long here. I would not even recommend that anybody would buy Bitcoin here. What I would do is I would watch and wait. If you were not already involved in this market, what you need to do is watch and wait. It's all about having a plan in advance, like this long trade, plan in advance, then you execute. Okay, and if you want to learn how to do this, you can check out the course at jasoncaspertrading.com. This will give you that point A to point B comprehensive system, so you always know where you're looking to enter a trade, where your stop loss, where your take profit, and all this stuff and more. Okay, so why do we need to be cautious? We need to be cautious because, objectively speaking, we are coming up into an area of resistance, and we are seeing some bearish signs on the 4-hour time frame. If we check out the 12-hour time frame, we can also see the bearish divergences. Here is one of the main things that's keeping me bullish. When I'm looking at these higher time frames, the money flow is getting thicker. Okay, we see money flow getting thicker on the 12-hour. If we go down to the 1 hour, we can also start to see the money flow is starting to curve back to the upside. We can even see that on the 4-hour time frame as well. Money flow starting to curve back to the upside. So this right here is literally the make it or break it for Bitcoin. If we reclaim this green box, I am convinced that we're going to 30K. If we reject here, what are the levels that we need to be aware of to the downside? Because this could actually allow us to get into a trade on a higher low. Well, for me, it actually becomes very, very simple, and I would actually enjoy a rejection from around this box. Why would I enjoy a rejection from around this box? It's not because I enjoy being rejected. In fact, that really does hurt my feelings when I get rejected. I haven't had a girlfriend ever because every time I try to ask out a girl and I finally get the courage to be like, hey, will you go out with me? No, she rejects me right away. But here's why I would enjoy a rejection from here. If we reject from this level, it gives us beautiful, beautiful confluences at some very, very key areas, which in my opinion would make for some absolutely amazing swing long entries. For example, if we do reject from this green box here, for example, and we get a retracement down to the high volume node / golden pocket of this range at around 18.6K, that would be an amazing level to take along, because look at this, guys. We know historically that if a level like this $25,000 level is support, and then we lose the level and then we come back to it, it will act as resistance. Well, the opposite is true, right? We had this level, it was support. We had this level again, it was resistance. We broke out, so if we come back down, we could think that it would act as support. And honestly, when we have a move this fast up, it's actually healthier for the trend if we get some kind of pullback here. And so this is what we definitely need to be cautious of before we get excited about going to 30K. And of course, guys, this is one of the levels that we have been looking to short from, around that 23.9K level setup given in the VIP Discord, the Casper crew, where we were looking to take a short. And guys, full disclosure, I actually have taken a short from here. I'm actually currently treating this short trade like a scalp, guys. I'm treating it like a shorter term trade. I'm not necessarily looking to hold this trade for super, super long. I've taken profits already, partial profits. And the reason why I have entered this trade is because I'm aware of the fact that we are at resistance and we could get a move down from here. But I am still remaining on the higher term time frames bullish, and I'm really keeping my eyes on the S&P 500, because if we do continue to hold these key levels, I would say that $4,000 level, this major trend line, then I think we will see Bitcoin and the stock markets continue to rally in Q1 of 2023. So that is it for today's video, guys. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to click that bell for notifications. May God bless you all in the name of Jesus the Messiah. I pray everybody is very, very blessed, and I will see everybody in the next video. Peace.